What I am saying is let your track record speak for you. If people had looked into Ruto's track record, Ruto would not be president today.
Hey, hao watu tutawachapa sijui asubuhi na mapema.
Please, anaota bana. Hey, ako in deep slumber bana. Hey.
Raila Odinga had just served as the prime minister.
Why are you talking about Raila? He betrayed us.
Okay, hold on. Wajira, do you feel betrayed?
Yeah, absolutely.
JKL Live on Citizen TV was fireworks last night. Jeff had some very, very impressive Gen Z guests. And I must say, I just sat there in pure admiration. You know, people thought that the Gen Z movement had gone underground, that we were not going to see the Gen Z come out as boldly as they came out in June last year. But if you think that is the case, you are in for a rude shock. The Gen Z of Kenya mean business. They're not about to be bought. They're not about to be intimidated. They're not stopping anytime soon. They're never stopping, in fact. They have vowed that they're not going to stop until Kenya becomes a country governed by the rule of law and respect for the Constitution 2010. They are saying that they want TAG, transparency, accountability, and good governance. TAG, you know what I'm saying? Guys, let's make this popular. It's TAG, TAG, transparency, accountability, and good governance. And my, the two ladies on the show tonight, WANJIRU personifies what the Gen Z movement is about. The no letting up, the fight till you die attitude that she's showing is exactly what the movement needs to deliver a new Kenya. Now, we saw her on the streets from day one when she told the police, "You're not going to arrest me."
I'm not cooperating. I'm not going. Madam. Don't touch me. Okay. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not cooperating and I'm not going. Why do you want to arrest me? People power! People's power!
And then she carried on as a leading voice in the movement, appearing on various TV interviews, urging the Gen Z on towards a new Kenya. She was even among the Gen Zs, the bold Gen Z vanguard, the indomitable, the indefatigable, the courageous young people who breached the walls of Parliament on 25th of June last year and invaded that august house that had morphed into a den of thieves and charlatans.
So we marched to Parliament. I remember the youths trying to check if the wires are electric. So you see, for someone touching it, like, it's safe, guys. So the men especially tore it apart, and we had to go out of Parliament, movie style. I swear, we had to crawl out of Parliament, running, crawling out, running. Now at this time, I felt a bit, I really hope we make it out alive, because the bullets were ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. You could literally feel the bullets flying over you. We were all on the floor.
Yeah, WANJIRU. This lady deserves to have a leading voice in the movement. She has been consistent. She has stayed the course, while others like Kasmuel Makure, whom they were working close together, have sold out. She has remained true to the ideals and the goals of the movement. And I'm sure politicians like Mother KARUA, the Iron Lady, were watching on and saying, yeah, there's a generation coming up that is going to take the mantle from us. We're not going to have fought in vain. And I'm sure for those of us who are doubting that anyone will ever come up and fill the shoes of people like Wangari MAATHAI, tonight was our answer. Watch how WANJIRU got the whole political establishment who have been thinking that they've shut down Gen Z. He got them proper scared tonight. Watch this.
You guys sick and tired of the recycled leaders we keep seeing?
Yeah.
WANJIRA, look at you. You're looking.
Yes, like, oh my gosh, it's so tiring.
Yeah.
It's so, my gosh. Kenya has brilliant young people.
Yeah.
Kenya has amazing people who could take this country forward. Like, absolutely. Have you seen our young people, Jeff? They're amazing. They're brilliant. They're being hired by outside people to do their intellectual work. So we have an amazing young population in Kenya that time and time again are denied a position to serve.
Raila Odinga had just served as the prime minister. And for historical purposes, we must remember that he was a prime minister only in name. but he was a president in every other form.
Why are you talking about Raila?
For context.
Go on,
So what I'm saying is that at that point in time in 2015, we should have seen a bit of respect from such leaders. So I think that the political class, before they speak about the speck in the young people's eyes, must first remove the log in their own eyes.
But WANJIRA has a very good point there, because a lot of Gen Zs, they see that Raila has sold out.
Yes.
Because of what he did recently. I mean, he had a handshake with Uhuru in 17. Now he has a handshake with Ruto.
Do I respond, WANJIRA?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
And
so
yeah.
So let me respond to that.
No, wait.
Okay.
Let WANJIRA speak.
Yeah, I don't think we need to be talking about Raila.
But let me say something about that.
No.
I will say something about that. WANJIRA, you will be disciplined on this show so that
I am very disciplined.
Okay.
It is you bringing Raila into this conversation.
So let me say this about Raila.
You don't want
He
to
betrayed us.
okay, hold on. WANJIRA, do you feel betrayed?
Yeah, absolutely. We were not on the streets for ODM to get positions. We were on the streets to get good governance in this country. And had Raila joined us, we would be having a very a very different conversation right now. So we cannot start bringing him here and talking about how he was not respected. I don't know what, all of that history, honestly, it was rubbished the day he betrayed the Gen Z movement. History will not absolve him. That happened when he was fighting Moi and whatnot, but when the people needed him, he turned his back on the people. There's no forgetting that. Honestly, Jeff, what people were saying is we reject the finance bill. And how that ended was in young people being dumped, was in women being dismembered and dumped in Kware, in Mukuru, was in a very dark face. Came through the country because we said we reject the finance bill. This is outrageous. And today we are talking about young people are indisciplined. I refuse to have that notion about indiscipline, because it is not right, and it is weaponizing morals to entrench a hegemony and a dictatorship that is unacceptable.
So what you're saying, come and buy her?
Mbaya. Mbaya. Come on, Mbaya.
Yes.
And WANJIRA, the next MP from MAATHAI. I hope your people in MAATHAI are watching, huh?
Yes.
I hope they're watching.
Yes.
Huh?
People are watching.
That was you. So I asked you a question before the break, right? And Kitty, you were very quick to want to answer.
Yes.
So let me go to you first.
Yes.
There are leaders aligning themselves to Gen Zs right now.
Yes.
And it's, leaders that we've known for years, like you guys were saying earlier on.
Yes.
What do you all think of the Kalonzos, the Jimmy Wanjigis, the Okiya Tatas, and others who are aligning themselves with Gen Zs? What do you say?
Gen Z is a movement for alternative political leadership in the country. That's the goal of Gen Z, really. Alternative political leadership that will implement the Constitution of Kenya 2010, that will implement Article 43 of the Kenyan Constitution, which is on social justice, that will embody Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity.
Ethics and integrity.
And ethics, yeah. What I am saying is let your track record speak for you. If people had looked into Ruto's track record, Ruto would not be president today. We want to dig into who you are really before we trust you with our vote. Like, honestly, I was surprised that Kenyans trusted Ruto with leadership, with a history of ISIS.
But he talked the talk.
No. It is not enough to say all the right things. You can say all the right things, but you can do all the wrong things. And we saw, in fact, I was calling my friends on the eve of elections because I was in MAATHAI and I was like, guys, Ruto is winning. Everyone is just bottom up. Everyone is just Ruto. And it saddened me so much because I was like, how could people forget about ICC? How could people forget about Kiambaa Church? How could people forget that he was the leader of the no camp during the referendum in constitution-making processes? So when we look at the history of someone, we are able to make an informed decision about who is going to be our next leader. But the goal for the Gen Z movement is not Kalonzo, is not who, is alternative political leadership that will respect and uphold the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and implement it, especially Article 43 of the Kenyan Constitution and Chapter 6 on leadership and integrity and the Bill of Rights.
I don't know if you listened to the president yesterday. He was in Kakamega, right?
Yes.
And he said, hey, hawa watu tutawachapa sijui asubuhi na mapema.
guys, anaota bana. Hey, ako in deep slumber bana. Hey, no. Nani anamdanganya hivyo? Wacheni kudanganya Ruto. Ruto is going home. He's lucky he survived last year.
Jeff,
and he knows this is the truth.
Reverend.
And to the larger young people in Kenya movement, let us do whatever it is that we can. Tunasema we are leaderless, but really we are leaderful. Na kila mtu anatoa uongozi everywhere ako. Rev, wherever you are, Hanifa, Shakira, Nerima, Nafula, Njeri, everywhere where people are, they're showing their leadership because we understand how important it is to consolidate where we are. We are definitely gonna come together at some point. But right now, because of how dangerous it has become, and the Gen Z movement dwindled because of the killings that happened in Kware. That was the moment people were like, if I am going to find my body dismembered, put in a sack and dumped, I'm not going to participate in the protest. We can wait until 2027. This is what demobilized the protests, the killings, which is what they were intended to do, which is unfortunate. That really, why would you do that to your citizens? Very unpatriotic.
Let me know your thoughts on the comment section. Thanks for your time. If you are new to this channel, please take a moment to subscribe, give this video a big like, and leave a comment. And also hit the bell button so you get notified when we post next time. God bless you. Aluta continue. Peace. See you later.